Hi everyone, this is Chelsea Robinson from Rodeo Realty, bringing you another segment of Getting Real in the SFV. You may know there's realtors involved in a home sale or purchase, but did you know there's a whole team of other players involved in the transaction as well? Today's topic is for everyone, both buyers and sellers, and it's all about the other players in a real estate transaction. A few weeks ago, we discussed how the transaction process works here in California, and I alluded to some of the other players. Well, now it's time to dive deeper on who the players are that you might hear from once you move forward and are in escrow. The transaction coordinator. This one is in-house for a realtor and not always part of a transaction. The transaction coordinator will typically handle the paperwork portion for the realtor. They'll make sure the deadlines don't slip and all of the addendums, disclosures, and various other documents needed are all received in a timely manner. Some agents will do this themselves, some will have an assistant handle this, and some will hire a transaction coordinator to help assist. The escrow officer. The escrow company acts as a neutral third party between all of those involved. They will hold on to all of the funds and document that the city will need to record with the new deed. They will reach out to you and your agent with your buyer's or seller's instructions, which include many things, including deed information. Later in the process, they are the ones that will coordinate the signatures for loan documents, should you have one, and then make sure that all the documents are sent back to the lender in time. At the very end, once all the monies have been collected, they will be the ones to divvy up and distribute the funds. The title officer. A title company will be providing title insurance, which means that they'll be making sure that the title is free from clouds. Clouds are essentially any claims, unreleased liens, or encumbrances that would make their doubt of ownership of the home or land. During the transaction process, a preliminary title will be given, which is a copy to be reviewed of anything that had been found when the title company researched the history of the home. Here in Los Angeles, at the end of the transaction, the title company will be the one to collect the documents from escrow and take them to the city for recording. This is so that they can be sure that what they're insuring, the ownership of the home, is handled properly. Inspectors. I know we've discussed ad nauseum types of inspections available, but just be aware that a new buyer will likely have a general home inspection ran and possibly many other specialty inspections as well. These inspections become part of the file and will have their own voice in the transaction, no matter how minor that voice is. Appraisers. An appraiser's job is to come out and verify the value of the home. All homes with a loan on it will require an appraisal so that the bank knows that the home is worth what they're lending the buyer for. They want to be sure their investment and risk are good. Certain loan programs, specifically FHA loans, will require a second FHA-specific appraiser to come out as well. They'll be checking the home's condition to make sure that the FHA borrower, which typically has less down payment and therefore less equity in the home, won't be in over their heads with major repairs needed right away. Something worth noting is that although lenders require it, buyers using cash might still want to have an appraisal ran as well to ensure they aren't overpaying. Natural hazards disclosure company. During the escrow process, a natural hazards disclosure is required, and a private company will generate this report. It'll be ordered by escrow and sent over at the beginning of the process, typically within the first week of escrow. The purchase agreement will stipulate who's paying for this as well as who gets to choose the company. Home warranty company. While technically optional, many times a home warranty will be issued during escrow. Just like the natural hazards disclosure, the purchase agreement will stipulate who is paying for this as well as who gets to choose the company. There are a plethora of companies out there, so be sure to research the differences and decide what's right for you. Real estate attorney. California contracts are written by attorneys with the California Association of Realtors. As much as they are written to mitigate any future problems, I always want to point out that it is recommended to have an attorney review your contract. If you have any questions on this or buying, selling a home in San Fernando Valley, or if you want more information, please reach out. My contact information is below, and my website, ChelseaRobinsonRealestate.com, is open in real time, with listings hitting the San Fernando Valley and other parts of Los Angeles. Stay tuned for another episode of Getting Real in the SFV, a video series full of tips, tricks, and trends for life in the San Fernando Valley.